Morning. That's very bright. Can I turn that off? Hang on a minute. I don't know if that made any difference. Sorry, it's very bright. Anyway, good morning. Do you know where I am now? I'm back in Studio One again, where I have been for the last number of days. But I'm actually sitting on the side of the desk where either Elaine or myself would be. So, like, on a given day, like, we wouldn't be standing side by side, if you know what I mean. We'd be sitting across from one another. And that's where I am this morning. I'm sitting down because I just got my coffee. I am wrecked tired and I'm looking forward to going to bed later on. But we've a busy show first off. It's a wet one this morning. It's a bit grey and damp out there. We've seen a few showers already in places this morning. And then across the county later on today, that's when we'll see some heavier showers. So the nice fine sunny weather we've had has broken. I think today and tomorrow it's going to be wet and then back to decent sunshine again tomorrow. But yeah. It's a wet one today, all right. The Examiner's front page this morning talks about this €1 billion plan for Cork draws near. This is a €47 million record land deal. Paves the way for Docks precinct. So it's an area in Cork where they're trying to bring in 15,000 jobs over the course of the next few years. Former Navy officials call on Minister to resign is another story in the front page of the Examiner as well. RACO, the association representing Defence Forces officers, has postponed a decision on accepting increased allowances offered in the Public Services Pay Commission report until it hosts a series of roadshows for its members at military installations. That's also in the Examiner there this morning. And the government concedes no-deal Brexit will lead to customs checks somewhere in Ireland. So if a no deal happens on October 31st, it's very likely that we will have border controls again, and that's looking like it will happen, custom checks and so on. The Daily Mail this morning says dangers of a no deal Brexit. The government's contingency plan highlights risks of unemployment of up to 55,000, €6.5 billion hitting state finances in 2020, and the risk from loyalist and Republican paramilitaries as well is another huge risk. Angelina and her glam godmothers on the front page of the Irish Daily Mail this morning. And if you're interested, how often you should wash your bra and the clothes that you should never clean. That's the Daily Mail. The Irish Independent says higher taxes for online shoppers in hard Brexit. So online shoppers who buy from various UK websites will have to pay extra taxes and forego existing protections in a no-deal Brexit scenario. See, so there's something else we didn't think of. When you're going to go buy whatever you're going to buy online, you're going to have to pay extra for it. So just shop local. And women spend twice the time men do on unpaid chores and caring duties. Irish people devote the third highest amount of unpaid hours to housework and caring duties in all EU countries, even though most already have jobs. That's in the front page of the Irish Independent. And the Mirror this morning talks about the Dáil Bar. It's going to remain closed for a few days after a rat was spotted on the loose in Leinster House. TDs may be locked out of their pub in Leinster House for days after that rat was spotted loose on Tuesday evening. The bar remained closed after the visitor was seen in the late afternoon and then disappeared again. I can only imagine all of the rat jokes that'll pop up online today. That's in the Mirror this morning. And on a more serious note, the very sad story out of Cork from last Friday, Santina Cawley, the 2-year-old who was killed. Well, a radio station in Cork, Red FM in Cork, set up a GoFundMe page to try and help pay for the funeral costs of young Santina. Their target was $8,000, and as of right now, they've raised close to 10. So that's phenomenal again. So that's in the Irish Mirror there this morning. The woman, by the way, who was arrested has been released without charge. Top trends this morning. ITV debate is the top trend. Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt went head-to-head last night. Didn't see any of it, but by all accounts from what I'm reading this morning, a lot of personal attacks went on in the TV debate last night. Why is this important to us? Because the next leader of the Conservatives will be the next Prime Minister of the UK, and they're the ones who will be directly involved with us for Brexit. The North is next. MPs vote to legalise abortion in Northern Ireland. That's the other top trend in Ireland this morning. Along with Love Island, Amy has left and there's 2 new people have come into the villa. Din, din, din. And finally, Stevie Wonder. Now, on the show yesterday, we mentioned that Stevie is going to be undergoing a kidney transplant and a serious operation later this year, and he'll be taking a break. So we were saying on air yesterday that if somebody was going to see Stevie Wonder last night, it's probably the last time in Ireland that they'll get to see him for a long time. Well, it didn't go down too well last night. Apparently there was a lot of sound problems and people were giving out that they'd spent whatever amount of money on a ticket and the sound was horrendous. So now that's only a handful of tweets I read this morning. Of course, that's not everybody's opinion, but it does look like some people were quite pissed off with the sound quality last night. Now, question for you. Who remembers Supermarket Sweep? Remember was it Dale Winton presented it? I'll be honest with you, I remember it vaguely in the early 90s, but it was hugely popular in our house. And I always loved the concept of it anyway. I thought it was a great idea. Well, it's coming back. Rylan Clark, the guy from X Factor, he's going to be the new presenter of Supermarket Sweep. So you can imagine what kind of funky technology they'll use. But I'd watch it. I was into it when it was first on, so I'll watch it. And according to new research, Brussels sprouts are no longer the food we dislike the most. In fact, they're not even in the top 3. Anyone want to guess what's possibly on the top 3 list of the foods we dislike the most? And also, I love this headline. The modern 50-year-old, 50-something-year-old has gym membership, watches YouTube videos, and has sex every couple of days. That's another headline in some of the papers this morning. Busy show coming up with thanks to Moriarty Centra and Central Car Sales in Farn 4. €110 is what Who's for Breakfast is worth. We'll give you the 3-decade triple play songs as well. That's the chance to win £1,000 in cash, because later this week we celebrate our 29th birthday here at Radio Kerry. That's coming up. Usual bits of messing, and it's Beatles Day. It's kind of a day where we mark the Fab Four, so an excuse to play the Beatles this morning. So again, suggestions of a particular favourite Beatles song you have, give us a shout. 083 300 3300. You can text or WhatsApp or leave a comment here. Alright, I'm going to finish this coffee and try and wake up, because as you can see I look wrecked. Enjoy the day, and stay dry. Good luck. See you.